Two Birds of Play, a technical person-free episode, so I hope you like this camera shot. I'm John Starlin McCrone, joined by...
Nathan Dean.
And Ryan Toronis.
And today, after the sun has settled... Wait, what? The dust has settled. We're talking about E3. I tried to think of one right then, like a big long intro, but I couldn't. So, boys, we had E3.
Yep.
We started with the A's. Then we went to Microsoft. Mm-hmm. Then somebody help me out here. What was that? Bethesda. Devolver Digital. Did anybody watch the Devolver Digital conference?
I watched it after.
We didn't stream it. We didn't stream it, but did everyone get a chance to
It was pretty funny.
What was that game?
My Friend Pedro? That game looks
awesome. So you watch it too?
No, I don't see anything.
We'll talk about it. Then that was second day. Then the third day, what was this?
PlayStation, Sony.
Ubisoft,
that's right.
Sony,
Sony.
Then Nintendogs at the end.
And PC gaming. Let's not forget everyone's favorite.
I don't care about that at all. We're not talking about PC gaming show because that was terrible. He said we're going to be here for 90 minutes. It was at least 25 minutes over that time. It was so long and boring. Anyway, forget that show. Let's just kind of do a quick little recap of the one, mainly just the things we liked about the different conferences, the things we didn't like about the different conferences. Mm-hmm. And at the end, we'll do an overall, what was our favorite, least favorite, special moments, that kind of thing. So first off, EA. Anybody have anything good to say?
I'm excited for Battlefield 5. Nathan.
Listen,
good things are over.
I'm a big Madden player, so I guess
it's on PC now.
Yay. I'm not with everybody's super hyped about Anthem, but I'm, again, I keep saying the hype level's here, and I'm about here because it's EA.
And two, it's EA.
Two, it's EA. That can play for two things. But also my issue is just that back in mind, there's all this hype around games like No Man's Sky. Mm-hmm. There's hype around Destiny when it first came out. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. We'll see how it is. I have hope for it, but I'm not completely stoked about it like everybody else. Of course.
It's true.
I mean, some people are hyped for it. 1 out of 4 normally.
1 out of 4. Yeah, the only thing that really got me excited in EA was Anthem, kind of.
Yeah. But I mean, we got that sweet FIFA 18 update. The World Cup's in it now.
Mm-hmm. You hear about that?
That's good news, right?
That came out last month, right?
Was there gameplay for FIFA 19?
What? What game?
What about the new game?
But FIFA 18.
But there's a new update come out.
I know, but I want to know about the new game.
What?
How about the old game's free though?
Right? Can you at least give me
Did you see the trailer for Madden?
Can you give me some gameplay of
we got a trophy here. Look at this tiny trophy.
That's great, but I want to know gameplay of actual Champions League.
For at least another year, we'll get you that.
A year? No, I can't.
See, I mean, yeah, I think our little jokey jokes kind of sum up. EA was kind of nothing. At one point, they just found what we thought was just a guy in the audience to talk about the Respawn's new Star Wars
game. That was my
game.
second most hype thing, was just the random guy talking about a possible Star Wars game.
No title, no logo, nothing. But afterwards, we saw a logo for it. Yeah. It's called, what is it?
The Fall, something about Jedi.
No, that was Respawn.
Yeah.
It was Star Wars Fallen Order or something like that. Fallen Jedi, something like that. Yeah.
He didn't want to be shown, and then all of a sudden the lady just sat next to him. He's like, gosh.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, from what he said, the game sounds interesting. Yeah. You apparently play, what was it, in between 3 and 4? Yeah. During the time of basically the Jedi bounty 100 times, which is going to be, for me, the best because I hate Jedi. I really hope you can be bad the whole way through because I hate Jedi.
He explained more than FIFA 19.
I mean, honestly, he did.
He didn't even have a presentation. He just said it.
I got a better visual of that game in my head than I did for FIFA.
Yeah, exactly.
So anything else we want to say about EA? Really, overall, just kind of lackluster. I mean, the biggest things we saw were things we already knew about, Battlefield 5, and was Metro there or was that at Microsoft?
Microsoft.
So yeah, really the biggest thing from I think most people was Battlefield 5, and we already really knew a lot about that game.
Right. And they're going to add updates to Battlefront 2 other than that.
Yeah. Good updates, but still leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
Moving on to day 2, Microsoft pops. We arrive at a multi-million-dollar spaceship where Phil Spencer announces to us that there are going to be 50 games, most of which, actually all of which, are not exclusive to Xbox.
The best place for gaming.
Gears thing?
Jump in. Yes. Gears pop.
Oh, no.
Is Gears
it's
gonna
an
be,
actual
is
game,
Gears gonna,
Brandon.
Is Gears going to be on PC as well?
Yep. So we start off with a strong Halo Infinite /6 trailer that we didn't see anything about. Following up
You
with...
saw the helmet.
We saw the helmets
That's it.
following up
Wow.
with Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, which we learned nothing about. Follow that up with a bunch of other trailers for things I can't remember. Brandon, you have something you want to say?
Jump Force.
Forza.
I made a little list here of things. I'm just gonna run through it.
Get some
Jump in-
highlights.
Jump in if you guys have anything to say. We
Jump Force.
Our first peek at Fallout 76 with their new trailer.
Cool,
Metro
cool.
Exodus,
Looked really
I'm
good.
excited,
Looks like this
yeah.
looks really good.
Interested.
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Looks good, but more information.
I'm bad at games.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
That was our second peek.
I'm
The
gonna play that
first
on-
of like 18 trailers, different trailers that were shown at this
I'm
year's
gonna play that on
E3.
PlayStation anyway. So
Yeah,
Battlefield 5 again.
sure.
Cool.
Forza Horizon 4.
There was an Irish man on stage.
You dive in a cod in this game.
If you could change
Hi,
your
Lassie.
car, would you?
And apparently Playground is also
Well, wasn't that EA conference discussion just great? Now, I'm sure you folks are itching to hear the boys talk about Microsoft. I was too. That is, until we found out that Brandon forgot how buttons worked. And seeing how he was the one reading the big old list that Microsoft made, well, I'll just say this part's quieter than a prairie dog on Baby Hawk Flying Day. We talked about skateboards and Funko Pops and the validity of Halo 6 in a market that is trending away from serialized franchises about first-person shooters. But now all that is lost to the great wheel of time. Oh well, let's get on back to the show.
It's so beautiful.
It is just wonderful. What? Was your mic off the whole time?
Sure was.
Brandon, you need to get better at turning on switches.
We should just use the loft like we normally do,
They
so I don't have
sound
to worry
worse.
about it.
but with Cyberpunk, that just the aesthetic just looked wonderful.
Yeah.
It was
It-
it was so cool.
And I've read that, I've seen like notes that people found that it's first person. It's gonna be a first person
It's gonna
game.
be first person with third
very
person.
RPG.
Vertical.
So I'm excited.
Big
I'm
buildings.
excited that it's in first person. I prefer first person,
Oh, I
to
know.
be honest.
Yeah.
A lot of
So
I know
much
people are
immersive.
upset, but I prefer the first person.
No release date yet. Probably coming out 2023.
2077.
Anything else we want to say? I mean, I thought Microsoft was sure there were some mistakes, but
I don't think it was bad,
It's
but
probably
it
my
wasn't.
second
It wasn't amazing
Or
either.
third favorite. I don't know. Somewhere up.
I liked what they showed. They didn't really
Yeah.
show a lot of Xbox stuff. I mean, I don't really care.
They showed a
about
lot
that,
of great
so.
games, and I'm like, cool. I'll play these on my PC.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. I was okay with that.
I love Play Anywhere, to be honest, because I don't
Yeah,
want to
For the
buy an
consumer, it's
Xbox.
great.
Exactly.
Uh,
your
so
water or
I'll just
my
play it
water?
on my PC.
Been here.
I'm gonna take it.
I'm pretty sure that's the one you filled up earlier this past weekend, and then just
Nice.
left it in my office.
Nice.
I don't know. Xbox is like, hey, here's what we got. It's also available on PC and PlayStation.
Here's all the money we spent.
Also Switch maybe.
Our exclusives are indie games because we bought them. So
I think it's important to mention that it's whereas the Sony conference is all about like because Sony's big thing for E3 is their PlayStation,
Right.
whereas Microsoft has more investment than just their Xbox.
They care about the gamers.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
I don't think that's true.
I wouldn't go that far at all. But Microsoft has more investment in E3 than just their Xbox.
It's true.
PlayStation, Sony was just like Squidward. They were just future.
Yeah. So anybody else want to say anything about Microsoft?
Let's just not. talk about
Bethesda.
So we got at Bethesda, we got some things. We got.
I have that full list there.
Oh, nice. Let me just get my little glasses on. We saw some Rage 2 stuff, some new gameplay.
it. Andrew WK.
And WK came out and
A
rocked
lot of
out
people just
A
like.
lot of people were like,
to an
wow.
audience that was not receptive of him.
Guys, I'm really sorry my mic wasn't on for that entire Microsoft conference, but it doesn't really matter because it was
I'm
just
sure they
Microsoft.
Look up the
picked
games
a
you
little
got
bit.
it.
We'll just
didn't
over
really miss
over,
anything,
over
so.
your silence saying all the names, just put it on a scrolling list.
I'll just fast forward through it, and that'll be Microsoft anyway. So
Oh yeah, who cares? And then we got Elder Scrolls Legends is on console now. The Elder Scrolls Online released the Somerset Isles DLC.
that looked pretty cool, honestly.
I mean, it looks cool, but I just don't. I can't get.
Doom
into this.
Eternal.
We
got
didn't
a
see
nice
anything, but
we
it
got
was
a,
awesome.
a hot JPEG.
Saw a couple 3 seconds. Oh man, that music though. That music gets me every time.
Mick Gordon does some good music.
I love it. I gotta download that soundtrack. It was getting me pumped
As long
up.
as it just plays like the last game, make it whatever. Make a mint.
What if it plays
make you the
better
enemy?
than the last
What
game?
if it's an RTS?
What if it's better?
What if it's a mobile XCOM game?
What if it's better?
What if
What
it's
if the
Funko Doom?
Funko game?
And then after that, we got some new Prey content. We got a free update, which gives us a regular mode, a new game plus mode, and a survival mode. We got some Moon Crash, which is basically just it turns Prey into a roguelike,
Which is awesome.
which is really, really cool. And then we got
Typhon
a
Hunter.
look at Typhoon
Prop
Hunter, which is just prop hunt and prey. I mean, Prop Hunt's a good game.
Which
yeah, it is
honestly, I kind of saw it coming. So
I mean, the main
I
thing
think
you play is mimics, right?
Right.
yeah.
So it makes sense. It looked really interesting. I'm glad that there are people are thinking of new like unique content to add life to single player games because that's the thing I think a lot of games have struggled with.
Right.
And there's just because I mean Wolfenstein did this where you make more of the game but with new characters and different stories. Battlefield's been doing that, the war stories, but it's like
And Fallout's been doing with workshop content.
yeah. I think Prey does it really well. Where it's like, well, what if we just kind of made a different game? Like we have a single player experience, right? Then we put in a game model that can last forever, like Prompt Hunt or Moon Crash.
Right.
That's a good idea.
I'm so excited for Moon Crash.
Because even
man.
with the war stories, those still have an ending.
Yep.
So it only extends it artificially like an hour or two.
Prey, game as a service.
They care about the gamers. And then after that, we saw Wolfenstein Youngbloods. BJ is like 89 years old at this point, so that should be fun to see.
Wolfenstein 2 is going to be on Switch now.
Yep, Wolfenstein 2 is on Switch
And we
now.
got VR versions of that and Prey.
Oh yeah, we got VR versions of Prey
Well,
and
there's
all
like
the other
certain
ones.
modes. Like there's like the mech suit for Wolfenstein.
Yeah,
I forgot
Wolfenstein,
what Prey's
you
was.
play
Yeah.
as like a hacker.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
take
yeah.
up mech suits, I think.
No, that was Wolfenstein Cyberpilot.
That's
Yeah.
a different thing.
And then
It's
Prey
completely different.
VR, I don't think they really went into it.
They're
They
just
just-
like,
they
hey,
said they were
this
doing
thing-
it.
Yeah.
Because they're talking about like all their VR properties. And then that boy.
Apparently that wasn't a meme. That apparently Skyrim on
It's a real thing.
it's real.
Then
But I'm gonna go in order of
Daddy
of,
Todd
of
comes
the
out.
conference. That boy with that jacket. He did a solid 10-minute set,
Yeah.
and he started talking about some video games.
He memed about his how about Skyrim on everything.
Right?
Yeah, also memed about
Which
Walmart.
is real.
Which is a real
Yeah.
thing. You
Memed
can.
about Walmart Canada.
Go on
And
Amazon
Walmart
and
Canada, you
download
can play
Alexa
that.
or whatever it is.
Uncle Pete started off the conference
Yeah.
hot, by the way. Talking about Canada.
And his capital
Walmart
shirt.
Canada.
Yeah.
Capitals.
And then that boy talked about some Fallout 76 to the half chagrin, half excitement of the crowd, because he said that the next Fallout, well, not the next one, but the next one with the logo on it, is online all the time. No NPCs, only people to murder or
Well,
friends.
they're going to be enemies.
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
robots.
So are there-
There are going to be non-playable
Yeah,
That's the
characters.
confusion. Some people were like, "Is there going?
Are there
to
actually are there going to be like raiders or anything in the game?
No.
Or is
No.
it just
No.
the only humans
Apparently,
are like
the only humans are the
in-
players.
Yeah. Which
That's
I
what-
saw an interview and like
enemies
when he
are
explained it, it made
like the
sense.
ghouls and
Okay.
whatnot.
Right.
Uh,
I'm more curious because he said, if you want to, you can play single player.
Right.
Probably still have to be connected to online, but you can
You
play
do.
single player.
Destiny.
You do. But he said there are quests and there is a story. So I guess it's just like robots giving you quests. Maybe you just go back to
There's-
the overseer every time to get new quests or something like that.
the interview I watched said there are going to be raider-like people. It's going to be the like fresh ghouls called the Scorched, who aren't fully feral, but they can use guns and like talk and
I
stuff.
don't know about the whole quest thing. That could have been like a little mismatching of words where it's like you kind of make your own quests and your own story because it's building is a part of it, but not a big part. I mean, I think that was the main crux of this game. I think people were expecting it to be like 90% of the building mechanic. The building in this seems, I won't say like as a side thing, but it definitely doesn't seem like a main thing.
Right.
You know, it
At
still
least how they
seems
showed it,
It
yeah.
still seems pretty optional. Apparently, you can still get through most of the game without even bothering with that, like the old ones, which is good. I like that. But yeah, the main thing is just you're in a co-op with 3 other friends. You're just going through a massive West Virginia map.
Yeah, it's the entire state of West Virginia,
Yeah. What do we think
which
about
is
that?
pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
he said it was 4 times bigger than
What I'm
Fallout
saying,
4.
Yeah.
Fallout 4.
That's what I'm
They talk a lot about it in Making of Fallout 76 by NoClip
Wow.
documentary. But yeah, they basically are taking the entire state of West Virginia and shoving it into a nice square map for us to play on.
I'm pumped up.
I want
like
to go to
it.
the mines from the Jake Gyllenhaal movie, October Sky.
But yeah, there's a big mountain range that bisects the center of the map. And then obviously you can like trek across and do stuff like that. There's 6 distinct regions in the map.
Looks really cool.
Yeah, we got what was it? Toxic Valley.
Toxic Valley is one of them.
That's where my
There's, like,
my
Fallout.
all the siege people. I saw that.
Uh,
We got a couple good announcements from that, but then wait, we got some new stuff. We got what's that?
the Fallout 76 Power Armor Edition,
Oh yeah, you can buy some more plastic.
$200.
the Fallout 76 Beta.
Oh, you can download some more.
But you have to
plastic.
pre-order the game to do it.
You do have to pre-order the game to get
I wish
the
you
beta.
said that right away.
But
Come on,
wait,
Todd.
That would have killed
what's
the hype.
that?
Starfield.
That's a logo for some space.
It
That's
does
that-
a circle.
That's that thing we bought a while ago. But wait, here's a JPEG of Elder Scrolls 6.
How you
That-
feeling?
that
I mean, I'm
happened.
hyped. You know?
I mean, I don't know what anybody expected. I was surprised that Elder Scrolls 6 was even there, so
True.
like I'm not
I was surprised too.
really care.
It said in High Rock. I confirmed it with my brain.
I kept seeing
Oh,
Reddit. Like
I
there
saw
was,
some
like,
rocks,
Different.
so.
People were like, "It's not High Rock. It's this one." And then someone's like, they showed like, "Oh, this is the clouds are here and there's water here. It's the map of Cyrodiil."
I saw a guy who broke it down saying that the way the sun is shining and based on the shadows of the mountain, he determined what part of the continent it was and determined it was High Rock.
I mean, I
I'm
guess
not that
that
big of a
makes
nerd. I
sense.
just saw a big mountain. I'm like, that's High Rock.
That's a High Rock.
So, you know, I feel fairly confident in that. But yeah, that was Bethesda. He ended with that, just a little stinger. You know, not any information about that. And then we went. Well, we didn't do it live, but I watched it. You watched it. You watched it. You didn't watch it. Devolver Digital's conference. It was
hilarious.
short.
I
was
didn't
sweet.
watch it. I just
Oh,
saw
you
the
didn't watch
trailer
it?
for My Friend Pedro,
Oh,
and that game looks incredible.
It was
So we
obviously
got-
like it was pre-taped. So
It was pre-taped,
It was
yeah.
like a whole stage thing. It was.
Nina Struthers was out again. We got 3 new game announcements. We got, what was it, Scum, which looks like it's a take it Battle Royale, but more like kind of self-aware
Derpy,
kind of
yeah.
stuff. Still don't really care.
Yeah.
We got My Friend
My Friend
Pedro,
Pedro.
which is you're doing gung fu, but instead of karate, you're doing
really-
ballerina moves,
really
which is
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Very, very excited. Then one of the better announcements of this year's E3, Metal Wolf Chaos is being 100%
And it looks like
remastered.
It looks like a game from 2004.
Keeping all the same audio lines. I cannot wait for that. Mainly because I just want to play it because it's a very rare game and I want to play it in English. So very, very excited for that. Ended with a very, very cool, not even RoboCop reference. They just did RoboCop. They did the opening sequence of RoboCop where and
Some
then
guy says GIF instead of GIF. She burns him or something.
yeah,
It's a thing.
And then the guy from last year got his hand cut off. RoboCop'd her, and she became RoboCop. They did the whole sequence for her. They're just talking to her as RoboCop. It was awesome. So next year, they teased it. Next year, we're going to see
Yep.
RoboCop Nina Struthers, which is going to be awesome. You know, a short little thing.
Yeah.
And then on the third day, we start with Square Enix, a short 20-minute little showcase of what we've already seen.
Yep.
I don't think there's anything new. I don't think there was anything new at
Square
that.
Enix was only 20 minutes long.
It's about that, like 2025.
Holy snap!
Yeah, it was a little pre-recorded thing too. There's a Final Fantasy 14 and Monster Hunter collab, which is pretty cool. The Rathian, which is a Monster Hunter boss, will be in Final Fantasy, and a Final Fantasy monster will be in Monster Hunter coming later this summer. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't remember it. Oh, we saw another Kingdom Hearts trailer, which is once again it had elements of the first one, but it was a little bit different. So that was neat.
Can I just
guess.
say something about the Kingdom Hearts trailers?
Yeah.
There was no game audio, which
I
disturbed
know,
me.
Apparently that was intentional.
Really?
Like they didn't want to spoil stuff or something.
Also, the voice acting was horrible.
Oh yeah, the voice acting is always trash.
And the music was very.
As
serene.
Donkey, as Donkey said, the story of Kingdom Hearts isn't why you're there. You're there to see Hercules.
Exactly.
You
I
know?
mean, I'm there to see Hercules.
I'm there just for Toy Story and all that. I'm there for Jack
Toy Story is
Sparrow's.
what I'm there
Yeah,
for.
we got Johnny Depp there now.
Yeah, so I'm very excited for that. Not really much, honestly, to talk about. the
Hitman.
new Square
New
Enix.
Life
Hitman
is
2.
Strange.
There's a Hitman 2
expansion
some stuff.
game
What?
thing.
New
is
Life is Strange.
Like the
Oh yeah, the Captain Underpants or whatever.
The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit.
Yep. Which is a prequel
26th.
to Life is Strange 2. It's completely for free, June 26th. So
Hype.
I'll be playing that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You'll be playing that.
Yep.
He ain't gonna play that. He ain't gonna play that. But after
I still
that,
haven't finished the
you
first
doing?
Life is
Give me
Strange.
more Fortnite.
I have it in my library.
After that, we had a flaccid Ubisoft dance number.
Oh, so boring.
I don't like how you use that word.
What?
Don't say it again.
Dance number? And then after that, we got more CGI from Beyond Good and Evil 2, which the monkey got blown up, I guess.
What? Spoilers.
Jade's bad or something. You can put your art in it, so make the game for us. And then after that,
You see Joseph Gordon-Levitt
oh yeah,
also.
he was there. He was on
Hey,
stage
guys.
talking about his favorite theater.
That was rude. Make the game for us.
And then we saw some Division 2. Does anyone have any?
It's
you
like
have
it
different
looks a
clothes
lot
now.
even.
You have different clothes now.
Yeah, you have different
It
clothes.
looks. It's reminding me even more of Destiny now because they
That's
added
worth
raids.
$60
It's like
in my
third-person
opinion.
Destiny.
Yeah. There's
Also-
what?
Also, for the whole Ubisoft conference, it's like, hey, let's show you 30 seconds of gameplay. Here's the guy to come on stage to talk for 7 minutes. I'm like,
for like 10 minutes.
so boring.
Trials new game looks pretty cool. Anybody care about Trials?
I
I
played
like
it
when
once.
the guy ran
It was
into the
fun.
podium.
Oh yeah, he did a really long bit with that podium.
That was funny.
I think I saw a clip of that. Didn't he like fall on top of it or something?
And they mentioned it 4 times after that.
Devs are cool when they talk.
Yeah.
That must have been a really expensive bit.
That was in Donkey's video. He's like, that's all you need to see.
And then after that, now I'm trying to rack my brain because at this point I started checking
Assassin's
out.
Creed.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey looks
There was
cool to
Assassin's
me.
Creed Odyssey, which
It looks just like Origins, but reskinned. I'm fine with it. 'cause I
Also
loved
in
Origins.
Donkey's video,
He's like, why are you showing a
I know,
trailing mission?
that was a bad decision.
I'm mad at Assassin's Creed Origin, and you might be mad at this, Brandon. Have you watched it yet? The trailer?
no, why would I watch the trailer
Exactly.
for this game?
You might be mad because you like Greek stuff.
I do.
There's a point that the whole thing is it's set during the Peloponnesian War, right?
Okay, a classic time.
Right.
Like the only time
Brandon,
used.
with your knowledge, would you say the Spartans were the good guys or the bad guys in that conflict?
Hot take.
The massive slave owners that instigated the war against Athens and starved out the city and subjugated them for a while after that.
I mean, that's
So what came after this?
So they're the good guys in this. They're like, the Athenians are enslaving us. And it's like, but you guys.
that's how they're telling the people.
And then at the end, this is my main crux of it. At the very
The
end,
winner writes history.
they show a battle. It's set during the Peloponnesian War, where it's literally just, it looks like 3 volleyball teams on the beach just start slapping each other. There's not one shield in that whole mission. Not one shield. I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
I'm having some serious deja vu, but
Change
I remember
history.
you complaining
Guys slapping
about
each
a
other on the
shield
beach?
when in Sekiro.
Oh,
when that
yeah.
Mongol had a shield, and you're like, "Hey, Mongols didn't have shields."
That's right. I'm big on shields this year. I'm really big on
The
shields.
year of shields.
So I just want to bring that up every chance I get. I'm disdainful. I've been looking at Assassin's Creed with no interest.
Dude,
for
Spartans didn't even really
forever.
use shields. That wasn't their thing.
You saw 300.
Now I look at the Assassin's Creed franchise with complete disdain.
Spartans
How
were
dare you.
very liberal, right?
Yeah,
They were like an art society.
they champion democracy and free will and
Yeah, they didn't use shields at all.
no shields. Everybody was a Spartan, not just the higher ups. You know, it was a full equal.
They
Society.
kept they kept all of their babies, no matter what.
all of
No
their
problem.
babies.
Yeah.
Every single one. So anyway, that happened. PC gaming show. bleh. and then Dat Boy.
There was one thing at the PC gaming show. You told me yesterday there's like one interesting thing there.
Oh yeah, we saw more of Double Fine's new game Oblongs. Which
Ooblets.
is like Ooblets, which is like The Sims but weird.
Oh yeah.
I'm still
That
very
looked cool.
excited
That
for
looked
it.
interesting.
So very, very
Ubisoft
excited
decided
for
to
it.
make For Honor free now.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Ubisoft made For Honor free.
The
till
starter
18th.
edition. It's gonna be like Siege where you grind.
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit. I think it's fun. You know,
That's great. I spent $60.
you spent $60 on it.
I spent 30. I split it with my brother.
You also
so.
bought Sea of Thieves.
Hey, they're updating it. I got hopes. My money will be worth it someday.
2 years later, it was worth it.
In your face, everybody.
Oh, but I got it for free.
I'm an OG player.
I'm so glad I can.
I
drop
bought
Look at
this
my
thing day
icon.
one.
cheeseburger.
My flag tells me I was a beta player.
So anyway, after oh yeah, I forgot. Skull and Bones was there. It looked really cool.
Yeah, it looked just like Assassin's Creed ship battle, but
Yeah,
just they
yeah.
made a full game out of it.
But then Dat Boy, Sony, coming out hot with that
Last of Us
.mp4 of Last of Us 2.
Oh, I know.
No
Looking
release
fun.
date.
Some saying it's not gameplay, but it probably is.
No release
I hope
date.
so.
No time frame. Just it's my only
I'm
problem.
excited for the game.
It's like all that
Comes out
hype.
soon.
There was like so much hype around Last of Us 2. They even changed part of the setting of the conference.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, okay, we're gonna pause the conference so everybody can move into the building they're supposed to be in.
And
Yeah.
then she picked up the bottle.
That was that was weird with the whole conference. It's like, hey, let's start it at 9. Let's do like a 30-minute pre-show talk out here. Let's move into the stage 30 minutes
Yeah.
in.
But it's like they did all that, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna get a time frame, like winter 2019 something. We didn't get anything. It's
but the
like,
bottle.
we didn't get a
You
time-
saw her shoot the woman under the thing, and she went.
It's just like
That guy had an axe.
the game looks really good, but I don't know if it's
You saw them dancing.
again. I don't know if
You saw
it's
them dancing.
Maybe a little
real
more than just
gameplay
dancing.
for sure. If it's just in engine, whatever it is, but it looks cool. Yay! I'm excited.
And then we saw Ghost of Tsushima,
Also,
where the Mongols had shields
Black
and not
Ops
horses.
4.
What?
Black Ops 4.
Was that at E3?
Yeah, they showed
I have
it.
no memory of
They
that.
showed it.
okay, but see, here's the thing. Like,
I mean, no
love
one cares
Sony,
about it, but they
their
should.
conference was like it was very strange. Like we talked about, it's like it ended and then it came back.
Oh,
then
yeah.
again.
What conference was that? Was
We
that?
were
That was
Sure.
Sony.
I think they showed it right. They showed
Near the
it.
end.
They showed it right after or before the Last of
Dreams?
Us 2 thing. It was a
I must
quick
have not
thing.
seen that.
They
I
showed
have
that it
no
was a
memory of
bullet
this.
traveling.
Remember when
it was a
we
bullet
cut out in? Oh, sorry.
The
go
bullet
ahead.
went through like a mountain or something.
I have no. I didn't
Oh
see
yeah,
that.
the maps.
Yeah.
I did not see that.
Didn't show a lot, but it was.
Remember,
they mentioned that Black Ops 3 was gonna be free. It's
Yeah.
free on PlayStation Plus for a month.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
And they're like, hey, we're gonna
I was like,
put these
oh,
maps in
cool.
the game.
That's right. I remember that.
But remember when we ended our coverage of Sony, and then
then
we
they
saw
came
that
back.
FromSoft was making a weird
Yeah,
another
it just
game.
came back.
They're making a Gone Home game, I guess.
Tom was like, is this over or is it not? 'Cause
But anyway, we're gonna have results. We saw Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Mongoose had shields, no horses, mad.
I'm interested.
It looks kind of like Batman, but ninjas.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll watch somebody else play it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. And I said this during the stream. It's like, yeah, he's just pressing Y, to counter, and it looks real pretty.
Hey, we don't know what
beautiful game,
button,
though.
what singular button he was
I don't know,
pressing.
it could be R1.
I mean, it looks real pretty, but it's like, I don't know. Like I want a game. I want to watch a movie.
I'm excited for it.
It looks fine. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying
just
it looks
No, it's fine. Just say
Fine.
it. Just go ahead and say it. It's
I
fine.
want to play Oblongs.
Ooblets.
I'll never remember that. And then after Ghost of Tsushima, we saw some more Dream stuff that nobody knows how to market apparently. And then was that the one where we saw the DK trailer? Or am I crazy?
Drift King?
Wait, that was Ubisoft. I'm crazy. Sorry.
Donkey Kong.
I'm so
I was
sorry.
like, Donkey
I'm
Kong?
so
Was
sorry.
that
I'm crazy.
Sony now?
I got Donkey Kong confused with Death Stranding.
Something's not right.
Wait, not Need for Speed Drift King?
So we saw Death Stranding, which is I think confirmed that you're just delivering packages now. He's a porter. so,
Also,
I mean,
you
don't
crouch
do
and
that.
you wait for the little.
Yeah. Honestly, if it's that, I'm kind of excited. 'Cause-
You're lame.
yeah. Okay.
You got babies just chilling
Someone
with
was
You got the
saying-
baby
that's one
that's
of
doing
streamers,
some
like,
weird things.
It seems really pretentious, and it kind
Always
of does.
winking
But it's
and
like,
stuff.
oh no, I love the Kojimas,
Yeah.
and because Metal Gear 5.
He's a David Kaje
Metal,
of interesting games.
Metal Gear 5 was all about the gameplay, and the story was cut up and stuff like that because of just time constraints and Konami being bad. So, what I'm kind of seeing is him going like, okay, fine, I'll do the reverse for my fans and do a really big blowout Kojima story. Gameplay still there, but not as a major focus. And because you're going through this world, you're seeing all these fantastical things, and you're just kind of experience. It's more of like an experience kind of thing, which I mean, we've seen be successful in the past.
I love walking simulators.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, look at we've all gone to the Rapture, or whatever the heck that game was called.
I'll say this at the very least. At least there's some elements of gameplay in this. Like you get to crouch every once in a while, not just walk around.
You get to apparently carry things.
You get to carry some.
If you
things.
die,
backpacks.
you get another baby.
You get another baby. The
That baby's weird. It's winking all the time. It's
And I'm sure there'll be some gunplay or something like that.
The setting reminded me of the movie Arrival. Do you know
is
what I'm saying?
Guillermo
Yes.
del Toro
Yes, it
coming
is.
The whole
back in the
setting
game?
of the actual game.
That's what I was gonna buy it for.
I noticed that too. I just think it'll have a really great message and a really great story. I'm excited for it. Of course I am. And after that, somebody help me out here. I'm kind of losing track.
More
They showed
Kingdom
Spider-Man.
Hearts?
One more thing. There's
More
Spider-Man.
Kingdom
More
Hearts?
Spider-Man. We saw another Kingdom Hearts trailer. This one
Pirates.
featuring my boy Johnny Depp on that stage.
Is he actually voicing him?
Yes, I think so.
Awesome.
Wasn't there more ship combat?
There was more
Yeah.
shit
So
combat.
who
It
needs
looked
Skull
pretty
and
cool.
Bones when you have Kingdom Hearts 3?
The Nova Skull and Bones are just sitting there.
Why didn't we think of
You
that?
got Johnny Depp talking to some
Because
anime guy.
that's literally the way it is. Like, do you want the pirate game without Johnny Depp? And everyone goes, no. I think it was him. I was listening. It's
It
either
looks-
It
Sound
didn't
a
sound
lot.
like
it's
him.
either real close or it's him. I think he would do it. I think he would.
I don't think
He
he would.
probably needs the
because
money
he
right
wants
now.
to play Kingdom Hearts 3. He doesn't get himself involved
I
in stuff
think
he
if
makes.
I find out that Orlando Bloom's in that game, I'm buying two. So I think that was then we got the Gone Home thing, but I think that was the last major announcement.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
the
there
big
was
Spider-Man
new
segment.
Spider-Man. Once again, like, sure, it was mainly just like here's kind of the setting. There wasn't really any new gameplay or any new mechanics or anything like that. So
There's somebody bigger than Mr. Negative.
I found out there was a guy
Apparently,
named Mr. Negative in the Spider-Man.
I still
I
don't
thought that was
believe
a
that
joke
that's his
when I
name.
first heard it.
I don't
You don't
believe that.
think so?
I don't believe that's his name.
What else would it be?
I don't know,
Mr.
man.
Black and White.
I mean,
Mr. Game & Watch?
I enjoyed Sony's conference, but the more I've thought about it, it was just very awkward. It was like
Yeah,
was just like
the stage thing was the weirdest thing.
was
to me.
weird. They kept promoting Dreams before every game, but it's like they didn't know how to advertise.
They had
it
the
or
one
show
guy
it
that did
off.
the trumpet goes,
And then they finally showed it when we thought it was over. And then to me, I didn't know it was Dreams until Logan said something because it looked like a PlayStation Move game.
Nobody
I was
knows
like,
what
I don't
Dreams
know
is.
I still don't know what Dreams
Honestly, I
is.
think Logan said it best. It's going to create some wonderful, wonderful videos for some people, but it's going to sell terribly.
That's
Because
what I'm saying.
nobody knows what it is.
Why would
And
they
they,
not just make
I don't know
Little
why
Big
they
Planet
didn't
4
show.
then?
Was it Days Gone?
Just make
Yeah,
Little
They kept
Big Planet
talking
4,
about it. They
you would've
never
made
showed
more
it.
money.
100%. If they marketed that as Little Big Planet 4, so
know,
many
they
people
would've
would be
made more
all
money.
over that.
Yeah, they
So
totally
I'm
would have.
surprised they didn't just go that route
I
instead.
mean, that was my other thing with Sony. It's like you just showed stuff that we already knew about.
Yeah.
Like, sure, this is the first time we've seen Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima, but it's like I wasn't expecting Last of Us 2 to be like a mech game or something. Like, it looks the same as Last
I
of
was
Us 1.
expecting
the
more-
time frame for the release date.
That's the main thing I expected is information.
After all that
but
hype,
really
there
we
was
didn't
like
get
all this hype around Dreams and Last of Us 2 during the conference, and there was like
I
nothing
wanted
for
more
that.
Boy of
Was
Dad.
it in the press release?
I didn't see anything. I've looked it up and I cannot find a release
mean,
date or a time frame for.
There was a
Last of Us 2.
banjo on stage.
And the guy with the
Apparently-
flute thing.
Apparently, that guy makes music with whips, I guess. That's what Logan said. Which is cool. I don't know.
That's what I was
Anyway.
waiting for. Is after all that hype, like the end would say, winter 2019 or something.
Yeah.
But nothing.
Like,
They're
this is-
going to do the
Which I
Cyberpunk
also
thing.
found out as of today. Today, June 14th, is exactly 5 years since the game's been out. Last of Us.
Wow,
June 14, 2013.
that's pretty neat.
Cool, I guess. Ellie was confirmed.
Wow.
Jeez.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Honestly,
Ellie-
I just forgot what
Trivia
I was gonna say. It was Ellie something. She's confirmed as something. I
Main
forget.
character?
Oh yeah, I guess that's what I was gonna say. I'll assume that's what I was gonna say. She's called the Wolf. That she's nicknamed the Wolf.
Anyway.
Then.
Oh, I was going to say,
Yeah.
Naughty Dog is going to do the CD Projekt Red thing and just be like, when it's ready.
Right when it's
Yeah.
ready.
10 years later, by the way.
Hey, remember this game?
And then.
Might have Elder Scrolls 6 before then.
That would be pretty sweet. That would be pretty
And
sweet.
then on Tuesday, very early in the morning, that boy.
They came
Reggie-
crashing
That
in.
boy Reggie came out.
Reggie.
He's like, hey, you guys want to do new Super Smash Party?
He did his awkward monologue thing.
You guys want Octopath Traveler? Hey, you guys want Smash?
Remember this game?
It's me.
So-
Hey, you guys
so-
want Pokemon? Let's go Pikachu. Let's go.
So
Eevee.
before the big one, we got a new Mario Party, which
Oh my gosh,
during
it's
the
so
conference convinced me
exciting.
to start saving up for a Switch because I love Mario Party.
Great.
We saw 3 great new indie games going to the Switch. We saw what was it? Hollow Knight. Oh boy.
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Fallout Shelter.
Fallout. What were the other 2 indie games? There were 3 indie games that. Oh, Killer Queen.
Oh yeah, Killer Queen.
Killer Queen, Hollow Knight.
That's insane.
There was a 3rd one on there that I cannot remember. I think it was new. Oh hell, what was it? Oh, we'll look it up later. Look it up now. And then we got that big 20-minute spiel about the Super Smash Brothers.
Yep.
Somebody else talk about. Someone sneeze.
You got all the characters.
I mean,
they had the one guy come out. What's his name?
Who?
The creator. What's his name?
I don't know.
Anyway, he came out. He talked about it. He said, "Hey, you want some characters? We'll give them all to you. Hey, you like
Every character
character.
that has been in a
Ever,
Smash
ever.
game is in a Smash game.
Hey, you
this
remember
time.
Snake? He's back.
I don't know. I mean, it's like I expected that. I mean, I guess it was one like Nintendo was when they showed that. Nothing surprised me on that.
There's new facial animation. Some of the tech is changing. It was really just like kind of like here are the patch notes for the version 1.
Also,
I'm
the
not
little teaser at the end for
Little teaser at the
Ridley.
Yeah, I'm not a huge like Metroid player, but I mean, obviously with Ridley, I guess that was.
I mean, I think the bigger news is that in canon, Mega Man and Mario are both dead.
Yes,
Ridley
Oh,
killed
I
we
him.
know.
saw it happen.
I
We saw
it,
the hat.
Gosh, Mario is gone. Like I don't want to see another Mario game because Ridley just destroyed
I
it.
can't
they
wait
can't
for
show it.
till people to log on now. They log on to Super Mario Odyssey. And it's like
He's
you can't
just
play
dead.
anymore. He's dead.
That
just shows his hat
For
sitting
like
there.
a day, they just like all their games were not working.
Yeah, he's dead. What are you
That
talking
would've
about?
Did you
play
see the
Mega Man
trailer?
11, he's just on the ground.
No, when they showed the wide shot of that room, I was like, "Is this Star Wars?" Because it had like it looked like the Han Solo catwalk. I'm like, he's gonna go Ben. I was waiting for Kylo Ren to walk out. Then I would have bought that. Even though it's not out, I would have bought it.
So I mean, for me, like the Smash stuff was there, and it got me interested.
Yeah.
But I mean, as soon as I saw Super Mario Party, I was like, I'm in. I'm buying a Switch.
Yeah,
Are
the
they
whole-
Did they just say it was compatible, or are they reselling
Is
the
it-
GameCube
is it new?
controller?
Oh,
I think they're selling a new one, but because this is the question I asked. Because
People were like, "Woo!"
I have 4 old GameCube controllers. They panned out a little bit, and they showed what either was a USB or whatever the GameCube. It was a
Right,
proprietary
yeah.
thing. It looked pretty fatter than a USB. I would hope to God they don't just sell you a USB controller. Does the Switch even have a USB port?
we're gonna get
Yeah, this one
dongles,
does.
dongles.
I would hope to God they know not to do that, and they just sell. The game comes with an adapter. Because they said you can use your old GameCube controllers, right? So I would hope. I would really, really, really hope. I really, really hope. And one thing that Brandon and I didn't see that maybe you guys have some info on, apparently at the very end of the conference, we already checked out, they showed a game called Demon Ex Machina. Do you guys know what that is? I'm not gonna
Oh,
talk about
Fire Emblem. Was that the other one?
That was not the
I
other
saw
one.
that one.
Was it Xenoblade?
I don't care
It was
about
not
those games,
Xenoblade.
but I saw
Dude,
it.
I don't know.
I saw Xenoblade.
I don't know, man.
I'll look it up later. It's not super. I remember I was excited for it at the time. I can't remember. I cannot for the life of me. remember right now.
Clearly, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, Killer Queen. Anyway, so that happened.
Yeah.
What are your guys' feelings about Nintendogs?
I mean, I miss it.
Give
I'm
me
sure
more.
there's a lot of
My dog's probably
a lot
dead
of
now.
dogs that have passed away because people just forgot to go back.
All of you are animal neglectors.
I feel like that would have been cool though. I mean, even though
A lot of people were
If they
mad
put-
they
if
didn't
they
show new
brought-
stuff.
if they put Nintendogs on the Switch, like they brought it back,
Right.
I think that would have been interesting.
Overcooked 2. That's what
Ah,
it was.
yeah.
Overcooked 2.
that was
That's what it
interesting.
was.
We got the first one. Or you got the first one. I played it.
Those 4 announcements of those like 4,
Dragon Ball Fighter Z as well.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Those like game announcements, I was like, well, because I absolutely love party games,
Yeah.
and having that in a powerful mobile platform, I was like, I'm buying a Switch. That's it. I'm buying a Switch.
I mean, I guess that was just me. Like, I wasn't surprised by anything that
Right.
Nintendo did. Like, we got a Mario Party and a Smash. That's what they.
People
that's what
wanted
they
to see
thrive
Animal
off of.
Crossing. I think that was really the main complaint. Is
Yeah, there was
Animal
no
Crossing.
Metroid. and
People
there was
wanted
no,
Animal Crossing.
People really wanted Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I
there
heard a
was
lot
no-
about it.
I saw something that some people were upset that the whole Ridley thing at the end. They thought that was going to be they were showing Metroid for.
Apparently, people don't like Ridley in Smash.
Yeah,
Apparently, that's a big deal.
I heard someone saying like he's a trash character in Metroid, so they think that is stupid.
I
don't
love
know.
people that hate new content.
I
I
don't-
love it. I love it so much.
This
I
isn't
never
the
played
content
Metroid,
I
so-
wanted, so
Yeah.
it sucks.
But I mean, there wasn't a new Mario solo game, so
It's true.
Mario Party and Smash. Boom.
Yeah.
I'm just happy.
And
that-
Pokemon. I'm a fan of Pokemon.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would have liked a new Animal Crossing.
There's just
like
really
Animal
like
Crossing.
new games in general for the Switch. I think because there hasn't been a lot that they're capitalizing
Yeah.
on. It's mainly just been like I'm saying like the majority of games that are available on the Switch right now are just ports.
Yeah.
I played
You know.
Fortnite on the Switch. Man, that game's hard on the Switch. using like sticks to control the guy, I am trash.
Owning a Switch, like I understand why people are upset a little bit, just because. I mean, I played Kirby, beat that.
Yeah.
Played Mario Odyssey, beat that.
That's the other thing I was talking about, or I thought about. There was no mention of the new Yoshi game and the new Kirby game we
Right.
saw at the last year's E3, which was pretty weird actually.
There's just not. I mean, there's just a whole lot of like major games that I'm looking forward to. I mean,
Right.
I'm gonna get Mario Party, gonna get Smash, and then I don't know if there's anything else besides that. So
Yeah. By the way, all the Nintendo stuff coming out before next year.
yeah.
That's big.
At least they gave us release dates.
Yeah. Every single thing had a release date.
Ooh, Sony.
So now that we've talked a little bit about all of them, let's talk a lot about some of them.
Bethesda.
What was you guys' favorite conferences?
Bethesda.
Bethesda.
Bethesda? FIFA?
Only FIFA, strictly FIFA.
I mean, there was no release dates, but I guess I really enjoyed Sony's. I did because I'm excited for those games. There's just no release dates for them yet.
Mine was Nintendo because once again, like the release of 4 fantastic party games on a mobile device, and especially one of them being Killer Queen, which is absolutely fantastic.
That game
to
is
play.
so hard. I don't like
And
it.
The other one being Super Mario Party, where you're not in the stupid cart, you're all separately like regular Mario Party.
Yay.
Absolutely sold me on the Switch. Absolutely 100% sold me on the Switch.
Reminded me of
But that's
Mario
just
Party
me
2,
personally.
man, on the Nintendo.
Right.
One thing we discussed is they've said that pretty much every game, Microsoft said every game that was going to be available on
anywhere.
Xbox would be played on the Windows 10 as well.
Right.
But we still didn't get any confirmation of like Red Dead.
Yeah, Red
was
Dead's the
gonna
only
be
thing that's
available
holding me
on
back.
Windows 10.
Completely absent.
Because the moment they say that Red Dead is available for Windows 10, my Xbox is gone.
Yep.
Like there's
Yeah.
I have no reason for it.
You can watch Netflix on it.
Man, I
have
don't
my-
want to
I have a
play.
smart TV that plays it myself. So.
I don't want to play Red Dead on console, man. I'm a mouse and keyboard boy.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. If they're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be compatible with Windows 10, like buy Xbox. Like,
Yeah,
But
right? I'll
thanks
use
for the
their
memories.
proprietary stuff on the Windows. I don't care.
Exactly.
As long as I can play it on the computer.
You would use games for Windows Live?
Yes, 100%.
Demon.
Dude, that demon gave me Red
That
Dead
was the real
Redemption
final
2.
boss of Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, I liked
Same
Bethesda.
Fallout 3.
Bethesda gave me. I never cared about Rage. I never played the first one. I kind of want to play it now.
It's not that good. Don't
this
play it.
one.
It's not that good.
I heard it's not
Rage
great.
1's
so,
not that good, yeah.
It's kind of clunky.
I'm really excited for Doom
Probably why
2.
people look so awkward. Like,
We make too bad games.
Doom 2, I don't know what it looks like, but I'm sure it's going to be great. Prey. Prey. I like Prey.
I appreciate any reason to go back and play Prey again.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Fallout looks interesting. Being able to, finally get to play a Bethesda game with your friends.
Nice.
And then
Elder Scrolls Online, buddy.
I just want Starfield. I want Starfield to just be Bethesda's Star Wars game, RPG. Give me that.
Won't be bad.
And then
That JPEG.
just the greatest series of all time, Elder Scrolls, coming back.
I
That's
like
all.
Elder
That's all you
Scrolls
need.
too.
That's all you need to show me, Toddy.
I mean, they gave us a release date for Fallout, but they didn't say release dates for other stuff, right?
Yeah.
Right. Fallout coming out this year.
I'm just for the way I look at it.
Did
is
Rage
it's
get it? Not get a
Bethesda.
release date?
Nope.
From what
I don't
Bethesda
think
showed
so.
me, they're still.
There wasn't one for Doom either, right?
They got my
No.
money for the next couple years at least for what they're showing me. Like, okay, you're making things that I want you to make.
I
I'm
think
excited.
a big
All we got for Doom was we can just expect more at QuakeCon. That's
right
about it.
right.
Yeah.
I think a big theme of the series E3 was
We're working on stuff.
we're showing stuff that you already
It's
know
coming.
about, showing stuff you already know about, and anything that's new. One, it's probably an indie title, and two, you're not gonna have any information based on it besides what we show you here.
Yep.
So like
Here's High Rock. See you later.
not disappointing, like I'm not mad at what happened. I wasn't like overly bored at
Right.
what happened or like angry. It's just like I'm more just sitting here going like, okay. Like
Thanks.
for showing me that I
See you
guess.
next year when you
Yeah.
show me
I'm trying
more.
to think, like, there wasn't really anything that blew me away this year. I
Yeah.
mean, there were people that were surprised with.
I wasn't surprised with
more-
Halo because I was pretty sure that Halo was coming.
You put that on the bingo board.
I did.
You demanded that be on
I mean, I
there.
guess what blew
Halo
me away,
6.
Bethesda probably blew me away the most, like when they announced, when they showed Starfield and they showed Elder Scrolls with those announcements that they are working on those two games. So I mean, I guess those are the only two times I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
We could see you freaking out in the control booth. It was
Yeah,
nice.
I
It was
They
nice.
could have heard it.
I'm glad you could do that for us because we were on stage.
I was freaking
Yeah.
out. Carly in the back, she was like, "Is this like a big time game?" I'm like, yes, it's a big time game.
They spent money on that logo 5 years ago.
Remember 2011?
Come on, Carly, get
Remember
your
the
head in the
years that
game.
came out as well?
So like not a terrible E3, probably one of the better ones
Just really
in
wanted to
some
see it.
years.
It's like I really wanted to see Red Dead 2 stuff, and I really wanted to see more Spyro stuff. And
Oh man, we didn't even get Spyro.
I got more Spyro stuff afterwards because they showed gameplay later. Like,
What?
There's
They
gameplay,
did?
There's gameplay
In the press
available.
release.
Yeah, there's gameplay.
Damn press releases.
There's gameplay available. You can watch it on YouTube. Looks
check
really
it out.
nice, but again, I was really hoping this is the year that Rockstar would just be like, "Oh hey, what's going on,
No,
guys?"
Rockstar will have their own little thing. They'll come
They
up.
could have their
Hey, look
own,
at this.
like,
All right,
they-
bye.
They're gonna be at QuakeCon.
They could have their own conference if they weren't like a buddy of mine was saying that when GTA 5 came out and they were making so much money off the content, they just stopped making anything for a long time. Like they were working on stuff, but they didn't release any games for a long time. It's like, let's just keep feeding GTA DLC and we'll be fine.
Oh, online?
I still think that the reason we didn't see any info is because we're gonna get an announcement in a few weeks saying
Stop it.
You
it's
watch
been
it.
delayed again.
Stop it.
It's not being delayed.
They're
I
actually.
just wanna-
walk off
I
this
just wanna-
set.
I just want to see some gameplay and tell me if it's going to be on Windows
Until
10.
I see the billboard in LA saying the release date, I'm not buying it.
Confirmed here, they're going to be at BlizzCon because they're going to be
gonna
using
be
the
using-
Blizzard launcher.
Yeah.
They're going to be using the Blizzard launcher like Black
Red
Ops
Dead
4,
Online's attached to
like
Blizzard
Destiny.
now.
That would be so funny.
I know for
so
a fact.
funny.
Like, they haven't said it, but I know for a fact they're going to do Red Dead Online.
Why is the Blizz?
It's going to be like GTA. They
Why is
see-
Battle.net so
They
popular?
see how much money they made with GTA Online. They're like, let's just do this with Red Dead.
I said it a while ago when it got announced. It's gonna be the exact same thing. Like you're gonna log on a laptop and do your weed missions or whatever. They're gonna copy and paste it because like we know you're gonna play. We don't care.
Yeah, you're right.
So
You're in a desert now instead of
Yeah.
the city, and it's the exact same
Oh,
thing.
this horse costs $2 million, and it's like why? It's like shut up, buy it. Okay, Mr. Rockstar.
Go to your Wild West penthouse and
I'll
enjoy it.
Yeah, yes, Mr. Rockstar. I'll take 3 shark carts.
we just learned that September and February are going to be crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
so many games are coming out September and February.
And then Fallout in November. And then Kingdom Hearts in January.
Smash in December.
Yeah, so.
Fallout's like, hey, Red Dead. It's like, you thought your game's popular. Wait a week.
Oh man, I can't wait for Kingdom Hearts.
So let's see. So yeah.
Or 2
so
weeks, whatever it
Fallout
is, I don't know.
comes out 2 weeks after Red Dead.
Yeah.
You got to just beat that story, grind through the story, then play Fallout. And then go back to
Well, hopefully Red Dead
Well,
Online
Red
is
Dead
actually
Online.
working when
Yeah,
the
it won't be
game comes
working
out.
for 3 weeks. So then you play that the next
When
week.
GTA 5 came out, online just didn't work.
Yeah.
So
You know what? I can already. You want me guys to tell you the ending of Red Dead so you have more time to play games?
I skipped school and played golf in GTA
It's gonna
5.
be the guy is on his knees, right, and John Marston's looking at him. He has his gun to his head, and then the guy, I forget his name, he's gonna look up at John Marston and said, "Well, John, Looks like you were the real Red Dead the whole time. And then he shoots him. Then ends.
Well, John, the most important thing was the friends we made along the way.
Wait a minute, wouldn't he be the Red Dead because he's dead?
My name's,
Oh yeah, that's what it's gonna be. He's like,
my name's John Red Dead.
He's like, wait, man. Looks like I'm the real Red Dead.
He's gonna say the first part like, wait, no, I got it wrong.
I guess it makes more sense if I'm Red Dead.
And John's just like scratching
I'm
his
so
head.
confused. So yeah, they're gonna have to play.
Man, I hope I don't get gunned down by a lot of lawmen in a few years. A few years, I can't talk.
Well, after you can come at that for
Bill. All right.
E3 good. E3 good.
It was okay.
I'm excited for. We got a lot of games that are gonna be coming.
When are they coming out?
Huh?
Well, I think.
Hey, man.
The best way to sum it up is that if this was a David Cage game, when talking to all of us, our little thing in the corner with a little blue arrow going up, and it would say trustful. For Nathan, it'd be like a little line that says neutral.
Yeah.
So you know,
just like nothing blew me away.
you'll progress in our storylines and maybe his later on.
Yeah, you get shot by the guy. holding
Nathan
you
will remember
hostage.
this.
He's the guy saying, "I'm the red." Wait.
I didn't finish my line.
Wait. When are we getting Ape Escape?
What?
When are we getting a remake for Ape Escape?
You know, now before we go, you know what would really throw me off? If
What?
Nintendo was like, we're gonna have a Super Monkey Ball on Switch. That would have blown me
That
away.
would be insane.
I would have been
Dope.
like, what?
They should have did that.
They could do it.
They
Reggie.
really
You heard it here first. Super Monkey Ball, Nintendo Switch.
It's coming out eventually, I'm sure.
I want
Someday.
Ape Escape on my PS Vita.
Maybe before Elder Scrolls 6.
This has been Burps of Play. I am John Style McCrone. I've been joined for this wonderful long episode by
Neutral Nathan Dean over here.
Upvote Brandon.
And Todd Howard's new son, Ryan Taronis.
We're sending those adoption papers to you in the mail. Goodbye, everyone. We'll see you probably at some point. We'll probably see you in 2 weeks when we get all the press releases and read them all and go
More
through all the
trailers again.
information and then talk to you about it.
Hopefully we'll have a release date for
Bye,
Last of Us 2.
everyone. We
Bye.
don't
Bye, guys.
So it's just this.
Look at us standing up. Hey, our mics are still on.
Yeah. Yeah.